when you talk about the best home run hitting team in the American League in the New York Yankees. Parker Messick will meet New York for the first time in his young career. The rookie left-hander, 25 years of age, 6 feet 232. Fastball, sinker, cutter, curve, slider, changeup. The wind and pitch to Paul Goldschmidt, and it's outside ball one. And we're underway at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. A game time temp of 81 degrees. Goldschmidt, the DH, right-handed bat, checks and takes a strike to even the count. Messick works as quickly as anyone in the game. From the windup on the third base side of the pitching slab. Here's the 1-1. And it's swung on, fouled upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Goldschmidt has a home run, 3 hits, 3 RBIs in the series. And boy, is he on a roll. Last 13 games, batting .327, 3 homers, 13 RBIs, and a 1,000 OPS. Now the 1-2. And he hits one on the ground to short. Sliding to his left, Rocchio double clutch throws and gets Paul Goldschmidt to start today's ball game. That'll bring up the left-handed hitting Ben Rice. When it comes to lefties, righties, doesn't matter. Right-handed batters, 211 against Parker Messick. Left-handed batters, 225. Yankees with 4 lefties in the lineup today. Ben Rice, one of them at first. The pitch to him, and he waves at it, strike 1. Messick is second in the American League in earned run average and 7th in the American League with a 1.07 whip. Now the 0-1 pitch, outside 1-1. A 6-2 rookie record with a 2.40 ERA in 13 starts. No complete games, 6 innings to start. The next pitch, just off the outer edge, 2-1. Messick averages 9 strikeouts, 3 walks per 9 innings, and only 7 hits allowed per 9. Now the 2-1. A swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt, 2-2. Ben Rice hitting .297. He is 4th in the league with 18 home runs. 5th in the league with 45 RBIs. Leads the league in extra base hits. 2nd in OPS. Ben Rice with an OPS of over 1,000. Now the windup. Now the 2-2. And he pops this one up foul. Third base side. Room for Daniel Schneemann near the coach's box, and he makes the catch to retire Ben Rice. David Fry in left, Stuart Fairchild in center, Angel Martinez in right. Rhys Hoskins at first, Travis Bazzana at second, Brian Rocchio at short, Daniel Schneemann at third, the catcher Austin Hedges. Getting a day off today for Cleveland as Cody Bellinger takes outside a ball. Days off today for Chase DeLauder, Stephen Kwan, and Kyle Manzardo. 2 down, nobody on, no score, first inning. The kick and the pitch. And it's a touch high, evidently. Well, it looked like Hedges wanted to challenge, but he did not. 2-0 the count. Bellinger got the game-winning hit Monday night in the 10th inning. He takes a little outside, 3-0. Bellinger, a .272 hitter, 9 homers, 43 RBIs, 8th in the league in runs batted in. The 3-0, and he takes high, and it's a 4-pitch walk, and that brings up the cleanup hitter today, and the one-time Cleveland Indian, Ahmed Rosario. Rosario came to Cleveland when the Indians were still putting things together in the Francisco Lindor package, and he was part of that deal with Andres Jimenez. Right-handed hitter at third, and he bangs it foul, third base side, strike 1. Rosario, a .258 average, 6 homers, 20 RBIs. Bellinger at first with 7 steals, 2 down, no score, first inning. Messick's pitch, and he went changeup down low. Messick's best pitch this year, his fastball. The opposition hitting just 163 off his fastball, and He throws it 32% of the time, more than any of his 6 pitches. Now the 1-1. Swung and banged up the middle behind second. Bazana gloves, throws, and he gets Rosario. And a clean inning for Parker Messick. Yankees don't score. Cleveland coming to bat.
Hon, is your new pinball machine in our budget?
KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for Bill.
Two down for Matt Olson. Nelson looking for a 1-2-3 top of the first. Matt Olson drives it out to center. Thomas is back. Is it above the yellow line? It is, and it's a solo homer for Matt Olson to get the party started in the desert on this Thursday night.
Again, where do you want this pitch? You want it in the bottom half of the zone. That's where that 4-seam fastball was. That allows Matt Olson to get the barrel to it, and he smoked it.
So Atlanta with a 1-0 lead.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Listening to the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
Carlos Rodon, who's as good against Cleveland as any pitcher in the game. The veteran left-hander facing Angel Martinez. No score, first inning. Rodon, that very abbreviated delivery, and he pumps it in there, a strike. Carlos Rodon, 33 years of age, 6'2", 255. Fastball, sinker, curve, slider, change. The pitch, and it's swung and ripped. Deep left field. There she goes to the porch. Angel Martinez with his second home run in this series. He rips one to the porch and left. He now leads Cleveland with 11 home runs, 3 of them right-handed. And he jumped all over that. And Cleveland with a 1-0 lead, as it looked like he got a slider from Rodon and pounded it 406 feet to the porch in left. Here's Jose Ramirez batting right-handed. He sends one in the air, fairly deep left. Bellinger backs up, makes the catch. Well, Cleveland just saw Carlos Rodon last Thursday, and he was brilliant. Gave up a run on 2 hits in 6 innings. And Cleveland's jumped on top 1-0 here in inning number 1. That'll bring up Rhys Hoskins. Folks are still getting to the ballpark. The pitch. Hoskins cuts and misses, and boy, Cleveland aggressive early in the count here against Carlos Rodon. Rodon has been unbeatable against Cleveland lately. Check swing, strike 0-2. Including the playoffs, Carlos Rodon in his last 9 starts against Cleveland, 6-0 with a 1.87 ERA. Now the 0-2. Down low, missed with a changeup, 1-2. Now he is only making his 6th start. Like Garrett Cole was slowed from a previous surgery. The pitch down low, 2-2. He had had arthroscopic elbow surgery in the offseason, and then he had a hamstring issue this spring training, and so he missed the first month of the year. First start was May 10th. Now the 2-2. Down low, full count. So Rodon only start number 6 this year. He's 1-2 with a 2.88 ERA. He's got a 165 batting average against. He goes 5 innings to start, averaging 10 strikeouts. But he also is averaging 6 walks per 9. Now the payoff. Swung on, drilled to short, caught by Volpe. Well, so far, Rodon hasn't fooled anybody. 1-0 Cleveland, 2 down for David Fry in left field. Cody Bellinger's in left, Trent Grisham in center, Jose Caballero in right, Ben Rice at first, Jazz Chisholm at second, Anthony Volpe at short, Ahmed Rosario at third, and Ali Sanchez catching. David Fry takes up high, ball 1. Rodon has had back-to-back career years with the Yankees. Now the kick and delivery, and it's low, 2-0. 2 years ago, he went 16-9 with a 396 earned run average, 32 starts. Made 33 starts last year, was an all-star, went 18-9, ERA of 3.09. The pitch inside, a ball, and scuffling here in the first inning, 3-0. The thing is, though, Rodon, like all great pitchers, you better get them early if they're scuffling early. The 3-0 high, called a strike, 3-1. Fry maybe thought about it, but didn't. Once these guys get locked in, they can be unhittable. Rodon with the 3-1. And strike 2. Took another fastball. Full count now on David Fry, who is batting .368 over the last 10 games. In left field today. The payoff pitch from Rodon. And he fouled it back. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Rodon, of his 5 pitches, the fastball he throws 44% of the time more than any other pitch. And the opposition 3 for 30 off his fastball this year. The pitch high, and he walked it. So good at bat for David Fry. He's aboard with a 2-out walk. Here's Travis Bazzana. With a left-hander on the mound, dropped to the 5-hole today. Bazzana, first time he's really scuffled. 0 for his last 17. Left on left. Boy, though, has he seen big pitching here. Rodon's pitch, a swing and a high, chopper off the plate. Toward first, grabbed by Rice on the grass, but that was almost like a pop-up. It was hit so high, so by the time he grabbed it, he had no play on anybody. So Travis Bazzana will take it. That'll break an 0 for 17 skid, and sometimes that's all it takes. And the Guardians have runners at first and second. 2 down, leading 1-0. And here's Stuart Fairchild. Since coming up from Columbus, 1 hit, 8 at-bats, 7 strikeouts. Right-handed hitter in center field. 2 out, 2 on. 1-0 Cleveland here in the first. Rodon out of North Carolina State University. He deals, and it's high, ball 1. And the other thing you're doing now is making Rodon make some pitches. And Aaron Boone has used his bullpen extensively Monday and Tuesday nights. The 1-0 pitch from Rodon. Swung on, hit high in the air, fairly deep right center. Grisham and Caballero on the track, bang into each other. Bang into the wall, and the ball is caught by Trent Grisham, the center fielder. They both arrived near the wall in deep right center. They both reached up to make the catch. And at the end, Grisham hung on, colliding with Caballero. And that ends the first inning. 1-0 Cleveland.
Sandy Alcantara, he has delivered. 7 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts. One of the better starts that we've seen from Sandy recently.
Going back is Melendez and makes a diving grab. That's as fine a play as you're going to see from an outfielder. Deep fly, right center, and he got it! Owen Casey!
Big Red might have just pulled a homer away from Cedric Mullins.
Line drive, off the glove, Tigers win! Kevin McGonigal delivers! The Tigers walk it off.
Hot shot, fair ball, he's got it. It's a triple for Benj. What an afternoon for the kid. 5 for 5 for Carson Benj. Have a day.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Parker Messick with a 1-0 lead. Second inning, Trent Grisham, who made that catch, takes a strike. Well, you sometimes can have those issues in the outfield with guys that haven't played alongside each other a lot. Here's the 0-1. Grisham taking strike 2. And the Yankees very fortunate that Caballero, who's played most of the year at short, that he and Grisham did not end up hurting each other. Left on left, Grisham batting .369 over the last 17 games. They can ill afford to lose him. The pitch from Messick, and he sends one in the air. Shallow right, charging, but not able to get there is Martinez. Sounded like a broken bat. And Grisham able to pull it into right field for a base hit off a curveball. That'll bring up Jose Caballero, who has played so well at short, but now that Anthony Volpe is healthy, he's playing a lot at short, and Caballero playing all over. Right-handed hitter, batting .253, 5 homers, 16 RBIs. The set and pitch, Caballero fouling it back, strike 1. Well, when Cleveland bats in the first 4 innings, it's the Conrad's Score 4, Win 4 new Bridgestone tires, courtesy of Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care. You can visit econrads.com to enter today's contestant, Tim Combe from Canton. Now the set, the look, the pitch. And showing bunt, going to the front of the box, but not offering was Caballero. Pitch was in the dirt, and it's a 1-1 count. Caballero has such tremendous speed. He can really make things happen. The Yankees, of course, always, if not at the top, near the top this year, leading the league in home runs and OPS, but they're also the pitch, and he does bunt back toward the mound. Diving backhand to grab. Messick from his knees throws it by the first baseman Hoskins. Kicks down the sidewall into shallow right where Bazana retrieves it, throws toward the plate. Well, there's that speed that Caballero brings, and he'll get credited for a base hit and then a throwing error by Messick. He showed bunt, then the next time he did bunt, it was back toward the mound, and Messick, kind of a diving backhanded grab, tried to throw him out from his knees, threw wildly, and the Yankees have runners second and third, nobody out for Jazz Chisholm, who won the game last night with an 8th inning home run. So the speed of Caballero forcing Parker Messick into a mistake. Infield back except Schneemann at third. The pitch, and it's ripped into deep right field, and this ball is going to be off the wall. Grisham and Caballero will both score. Around second, heading for third is Chisholm. Head first slide, and he's in safely. And the Yankees take the lead 2-1. A 2-run triple off the wall in right by Jazz Chisholm. And he smoked it over the head of Martinez. And that ball ricocheted back toward Martinez. And he fell down after he had retrieved the carom. May not have made a difference. Chisholm with his second triple. Now 28 RBIs. Yankees lead 2-1. Nobody out, a runner at third. And the batter is Anthony Volpe with the infield drawn in. Volpe in a 3-for-32 slide. 2-1 New York in the second inning, and the pitch sliced foul into the club seats. First base side, strike one. So the Yankees getting things going with speed here in the second. The pitch, swung on a chopper to second, off the glove of Bazzana. That'll score Chisholm, and safe at first on the air is Volpe. Bazzana tried to take a peek at where Chisholm was before he made the play on that chopper. Chisholm wasn't going anywhere, and Bazzana charged with an error, and that's the second error in the inning. And that's how you lose in a hurry to the Yankees, making mistakes. Here's Ali Sanchez, the catcher, fouling it back, strike one. No RBI because until that ball was not fielded cleanly, Chisholm was not going to advance from third. So Volpe on with the error. Still nobody out. Yankees up 3-1 in the second. Sanchez, right-handed hitting catcher. He takes down low 1-1. Sanchez just up from AAA with the injury to Austin Wells. Right-handed batter, hit .227 at AAA with 6 homers. Now the 1-1, and it's waved at. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dollar Bank, the proud banking partner of the Guardians. 28 locations in Northeast Ohio, ready to provide solutions to help get you there. So the Yankees taking advantage of every Cleveland mistake. The set, the pitch, and it's down low, missed with a changeup. 2-2, and now Messick is going to end up making a lot of pitches this inning. He's already about to make his 14th pitch of the inning with nobody out. Here it comes, and he got him swinging. Moved the fastball in on him. That's out number 1, strikeout number 1. Top of the order, Paul Goldschmidt grounded out to short his first time up. Well, Messick had no-hit stuff this weekend in Arlington. Dominated the Rangers for 5 innings. Then they hit a couple of home runs, and he didn't get out of the 6th, giving up a total of 3 for the night. The pitch, Goldschmidt takes low, a ball blocked by Hedges, bounces out in front of the plate. He was still ticked off at himself yesterday that he made a couple of mistakes, but you know, guys like Corey Seager are paid a lot of money to make you pay for a mistake. Now the set, Volpe dancing off first. The pitch in there, and it's a 1-1 count. Volpe's one of those guys, and you're seeing more of it, even some with some Cleveland base runners where they're jumping back and forth at first. Now the set, the 1-1, a swing and a miss, 1-2. Sandy Alomar, Cleveland Indians Hall of Famer, and as good a first base coach as there is in the game, said that's fine unless you get caught mid-jump. Then you have no chance to get back. But sometimes you get a better secondary lead. The pitch up high. Goldschmidt didn't go. And the count 2-2. Volpe with 5 steals at first, 1 down. Yankees batting and leading 3-1 in the second. The 2-2 down low, full count. Well, let's see if Volpe is running on this 3-2 pitch. And this is becoming a long inning on a hot, humid day in Northeast Ohio for Parker Messick. The payoff, and it's evidently inside, ball 4. So Goldschmidt with a walk, and this is again what the Yankees do. And that's going to bring a visit from pitching coach Carl Willis, because this game could get away from Parker Messick and Cleveland right now if they're not careful. Parker Messick has already made 20 pitches in the inning. 3 runs in, 2 men on, and only 1 out. 3-1 New York in the second inning. Off day tomorrow, then we'll see the Detroit Tigers, and all indications are now that Tarek Skubal will come off the injured list and pitch Saturday, and Casey Mize will come off the injured list and pitch Sunday, as the Tigers getting healthy. And they've started to win, and now they get the 2 anchors of their rotation potentially Saturday and Sunday against Cleveland in Skubal and Mize. Left on left, Ben Rice the batter. 2 men aboard. The pitch, and he bangs one towards second. Bazzana backs up, his only plays at first on the high bouncer. He gets Rice. Goldschmidt to second, Volpe to third. 2 down now for Cody Bellinger. Now the inning should be over, and again Cleveland with a couple of errors this inning. 1 on Bazzana, 1 on Messick, and they have been costly. Cody Bellinger walked his first time up. Second and third occupied. 2 down in the Yankees second. 3-1 New York. The wind and pitch, and it's a little bit wide. Ball 1 with a curveball. Even without Judge, this is a relentless Yankee lineup. The 1-0. That's in there. Called strike on the fastball. 1-1. The kick in the 1-1, and it's fouled off right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The other thing, too, New York has dominated left-handed starting pitching this year. The 1-2. It's hit high in the air, fairly deep left. David Fry still back in front of the track, makes the catch. Boy, that ball is carrying. So the Yankees strike for 3. They take advantage of 2 Cleveland mistakes, and New York has a 3-1 lead.
Priority called on Lofton, and it drops.
Whoa.
He does not lack energy.
Rain earlier today. Grass still a little wet.
First big league strikeout for Roldy Munoz, and you can put an exclamation point on it.
That's a weird one. Fenway special.
After review, the call of the field is a home run. The ball hit the foul pole.
Trevor Story, home run.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed a cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
not be combined with any other offer or combo game.
Well, not the guy you want to give the lead to. Let's see what Cleveland does against Carlos Rodon. 3-1 Yankees. Daniel Schneemann takes the strike, hitting 7th, playing 3rd. Left on left. Schneemann a .233 mark, 4 homers, 20 RBIs. Rodon delivering. Schneemann taking its low, 1-1. Outfield playing Schneemann fairly deep, but the other way toward left. Now the 1-1, and it's wide. Ball 2, 2-1. Cleveland has had plenty of traffic in the games Monday and Tuesday night. The pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. Cleveland with 24 runners left on base the first 2 games. 2 for 21 this series, men in scoring position coming in today. The pitch down and away, threw him the slider. Full count. Three to 1 New York, bottom of the second. A hot, sweltering day here in downtown Cleveland. The payoff pitch, and strike 3 called, a fastball. 1 down, strikeout number 1. Here's catcher Austin Hedges. Whenever the Guardians do win, your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers donate $500 to Cleveland Guardians charities. That supports youth sports here in Cleveland. Rodon, the wind and pitch outside. He was as close to perfect as you will ever see against Cleveland 5 years ago in Chicago. Ended up with a no-hitter. Should have had a perfect game. Now the 1-0 outside, 2-0. He hit catcher Roberto Perez literally on the shoelace of his baseball spike with 1 out in the 9th inning. That was the only base run. The pitch swung on, fouled upstairs, and the count 2-1. He ends up with the no-hitter on April 14th of 2021, but a shoelace literally kept him away from an historic perfect game. Now the 2-1. Check swing. Looked like he went around. Yep. Home plate umpire Mark Wagner signals that. 2-2 the count. Rodon was the 3rd player chosen in the 2014 draft out of North Carolina State. And the White Sox eventually dealt him away. San Francisco, and then signed a big free agent contract with the Yankees. The 2-2. Swung on, line shot to left. Bellinger right there to make the catch shoulder high. Now, Cleveland's hit the ball as hard today in 2 innings off Rodon as they've hit maybe in the last 5 years in any game. That's how dominant he's been. But they're down 3-1. 2 outs, nobody on. Brian Rocchio to bat right-handed, hitting .280, 5 homers, 30 RBIs. One of 4 Guardians with 30 RBIs or more. The pitch, and it's low, ball 1. With the injury to Gabriel Arias, Brian Rocchio has pretty much removed all doubt who the everyday shortstop is. The pitch hit in the air, foul down the right side. 1-1 the count. Brian Rocchio, 4th year in the big leagues. Now the 1-1 in there. Ball 1, strike 2. Not many number 9 hitters in baseball have 11 steals, 30 RBIs. He's played the other way toward right. The pitch And it's downstairs. Wouldn't offer it the changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. Yankees with a 3-1 advantage. Now the 2-2. Swung on, hit in the air to right, not deep. Caballero charging in toward the line. Foul ground, makes the running basket catch. Well done by Caballero. Boy, that guy can help you in a lot of different ways. We go to the 3rd. New York 3, Cleveland.
Ohtani drives the ball to left center field and deep and gone. Wow. But the Dodgers drop 9 in the 1st inning.
Tanner Bybee, 8 innings in the books of shutout baseball. Tonight's game, what a performance.
And it's the PCA show here at Wrigley.
4 hits, 2 game-tying home runs. The Cubs done their last out, and PCA delivers.
Tommy Troy's got it. Wow, to catch Tommy Troy. Wow. Yeah, wow is right. You thought Corbin Carroll covered some ground. How about Tommy Troy laying out left?
Number 5 in the slam department. Jordan is now leading in all the Triple Crown categories.
He's a big man, and he's built for big moments.
2 strikes on Hunter. This ball hit deep left field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. It's a 1-run game. Second deck for Hunter Goodman. His first of the year. That thing went 435 feet.
And you get the future Hall of Famer in for Hunter Goodman. Last year's Silver Slugger, the National League as a catcher. Just a rolling curveball. Hang it. Hunter Goodman's going to destroy it.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Ahmed Rosario leads off. Parker Messick's pitch is smoked into center field, a base hit. 3-1 Yankees. Top of the 3rd. 4th Yankee hit. Here's Trent Grisham. That the 3-run rally last inning started with a single to right. Left on left. Cleveland and Detroit Saturday afternoon at 4:10. The Gavin Williams bobblehead giveaway. Get your tickets now, and it sounds like Tarek Skubal will pitch that game Saturday against Joey Cantillo. The pitch outside a ball. Skubal has to have a side session, bullpen day today in Detroit. And if all goes well, it's anticipated he will start on Saturday. Now the 1-0 pitch. Down and in, ball 2, 2-0. This is a big inning here for Parker Messick. Cleveland's bullpen has been taxed as well as the Yankees, and Cleveland needs some length, but they also need Messick to keep them in this game. Now the 2-0. Fouled it back. Grisham had a good rip. 2-1. Parker Messick, one of the 3 rookies that have been such an integral start to this season for Cleveland. Messick, DeLauder, Bazzana. Now the 2-1. Outside, 3-1. This is a Yankee lineup. Boy, if you keep pitching from behind, well, you're not going to be here very long. The 3-1 pitch, fouled it back, full count. Grisham, a two-time Gold Glove winner, a former first-round pick. Milwaukee, once again, one of the best teams in drafting and developing. They drafted him out of high school with the 15th pick in the first round in 2015. Eventually went to San Diego, now the Yanks. The payoff, runner stays. Grisham grounds one toward third. Schneemann bobbles, goes to second one. Boy, it is a day where Cleveland's not fielding anything cleanly. It might have been a double play. It very well could have been simply a fielder's choice, but once you bobble it, trying to start the double play, you have no chance with a guy that runs like Grisham does. So Rosario forced out at second. Grisham on with the fielder's choice. One down for Jose Caballero. Caballero had that really key bunt single last inning that kind of unraveled everything for Cleveland. Messic's pitch, and it's hit on the ground up the middle. Rocchio gloves, runs to second, steps, throws, and boy, was that double play needed. So what it ends up meaning is Parker Messick only had to make 8 pitches in the third, and the game stays 3-1 New York.
Medical Mutual.
Taylor going back in front of the wall, makes the catch and bangs into it.
Rayleigh back, he's at the track, he's at the wall, and he makes the catch.
It's hit towards third, caught by Bohm. Ball rattled a bit in his glove, but he hangs on.
Ball on the ground at third. Okamoto dives to stop it. He'll go to the plate and get the lead runner Bohm.
Coming on Don. He's got to hurry. He slides and makes the play. Beautiful defense out in center.
Slaps one to right field and a diving catch by Nathan Lucas.
And he hits it up the middle behind second. Caught by Rocchio. Dives, steps through. Double play. What a play by Rocchio.
Grounded to Suarez on the backhand. Fair. Positioned perfectly. And they retire Bogarts.
Back goes Lyle. Back goes Cruz on the warning track. Both there. They collide and Cruz caught the ball.
A line drive. Diving catch by Gela. On the ground. Backhanded by Williams. Quick release. Throw to first. Dug out by Kurtz. They got him.
Flash in the leather.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
In time and celebrate America's pastime at the Baseball Heritage Museum at League Park, the birthplace of Cleveland baseball. Relive legendary moments and discover the history that shaped the game we love. Visit baseballheritagemuseum.org today.
Home plate umpire Mark Wagner just told Jose Ramirez, you're too close to home plate. Get back near the on-deck circle. Bottom of the third, 3-1 New York. Angel Martinez shows bunt, takes a strike. He hit a home run to the porch in left to start the Cleveland first. Yankees then with 3 in the second. Bottom of the third inning, the pitch to Martinez. And it's fouled back 0-2. Wendy Meister of Cleveland, our Hyundai Grand Slam contestant, as Wendy tries to win a Hyundai Kona from your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. Visit HyundaiGrandSlam.com, your chance to enter and your chance to win. A sun-drenched and humid day in Northeast Ohio. The pitch, and it's in there, strike 3 call. Martinez out looking. Took a fastball right down the middle. 1 down. Second strikeout for Rodon. Here's Jose Ramirez batting right-handed. Fly to left his first time up. The kick and the pitch, and it's a called strike. Jose Ramirez with a lifetime .342 batting average against the Yankees. .342. The 0-1. High and wide. 1-1. Only Jody Reed with a higher lifetime batting average against the Yankees since World War II. Jody Reed came up a shortstop with the Boston Red Sox. Now the 1-1. Swung on a high bouncer toward short. Volpe charges gloves, gets rid of it. Wide throw, out of play. Should be a base hit and a throwing error as Ramirez will go to second. When it took that high bounce, and it is called a base hit and a throwing error, and that high bounce meant Volpe was really going to have to rush the throw, and he errantly threw it. And so Rhys Hoskins, we'll see now if he can capitalize. The Yankees capitalized on 2 Cleveland mistakes in the second. Now Ramirez at second, 1 down in the third. Rhys Hoskins lined out to short his first time up. Cleveland looking for a jolt from somebody. The set, the delivery, breaking ball strike. Both sides admitting a little bit of fatigue when they got to their clubhouses this morning after what have really been 5 intense games the last week and a half. The pitch down low, 1-1. Stephen Vogt saying such an invaluable lesson to be learned by his young players that have never faced this kind of almost playoff-like intensity. The set in 1-1, up high 2-1. Oh, it's called a strike. Hoskins will challenge the call. He thought it was high. And let's see what the video board tells us. It was a strike. So the call is upheld. Cleveland 1 challenge left. But Voter was saying what the young players learned in back-to-back series with the Yankees is how locked in you have to be at all times. You just can't lose your focus at any point when you play these kind of games because it can cost you big time. Turning and throwing to second was Rodon, but Ramirez dives back. 3-1 New York. Of course, the Yankees, they've experienced everything you can experience when you think of the veterans that they have. Now the 1-2. Big lead for Hosey. The pitch swung on, pulled foul, and ducking underneath on one knee is third base coach Reagular. Still a 1-2 count. Look, nothing is ever totally comparable to October baseball, but in the month of June, this is certainly as close as you'll get. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Up high. Oh, and it's called a strike. Hoskins really upset. But he doesn't want to challenge and be wrong twice in the same at bat. And so painting the corners and working up and down, Carlos Rodon, he's the master at that. And that is out number 2, strikeout number 3. And here's David Fry. 3-1 New York. Runner at second, 2 down. The pitch. Fry backs away from a pitch near his kneecap. David Fry walked his first time up. Outfield fairly deep, around toward left. The ball is going to fly out of here today. The next offering, swing and a foul at the plate, and the count 1-1. Last night, when Cleveland lost 3-2, they stranded 13 runners. And only in the first inning did they not have a runner get on base. That's kind of been the theme in this series. They've had runners on again today in 2 of the 3 innings. Now needing the clutch 2-out hit from David Fry to get back on the board. Rodon's ready. Checks second. The pitch. Swung on, fouled upstairs behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The left-hander brings the hands up. Now turns, but no throw to second. Well, with 2 down, the threat of Ramirez stealing third isn't that big a deal. It is when there's 1 down, then a sac fly can get you home. The 1-2, down low, 2-2, change up. We have seen Rodon sharper. 50 pitches here in the third. But like all good veteran pitchers, they have a way to get you out, even maybe when they're scuffling a bit. The pitch, and it's fouled at the plate. Doubled up on the changeup. Still a 2-2 count. 2 down, runner at second. 3-1 New York. We're in the bottom of the third.
The Yankees people saying really his last start against Cleveland last week in New York, the smoothest he's looked since coming back. He's been battling a little bit to find that delivery.
Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Tied him up and in with a fastball. 4 strikeouts. He's always got the ability to find a way when he's in a jam. That's what's made Carlos Rodon special. Yanks up 3-1 after.
2 strikes on Hunter. This ball hit deep left field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. It's a 1-run game. Second deck for Hunter Goodman. His first of the year. That thing went 435 feet.
You get the future Hall of Famer, and for Hunter Goodman, last year's Silver Slugger, the National League as a catcher, just a rolling curveball. Hang it, Hunter Goodman's gonna destroy it.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of our mother. So that's when Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Jazz Chisholm leads things off for New York. 4th inning underway, and he takes a strike from Parker Messick on the outside corner. It's 3-1 Yankees as Messick is facing the bottom third of New York's lineup. Here's the 0-1. Outside and low with the cutter. And the count's now 1-1 on Chisholm. 2-run triple his first time up. Boy, he's had some big hits in the season series between these two. The 1-1 swung on, fouled back into the net. Obviously the big home run in the 8th inning last night that snapped the 2-all tie. A couple of home runs in the season series for Chisholm. 4 hits total, but it seems like all 4 have come at key spots, and he's had a knack for that this season. Left-handed hitter. Here's the 1-2 from Messick. Fastball up, and the count's now 2-2. Messick's fastball clipping in there at 95 miles an hour, so he's got the good velo today, as he usually does, and that's up a bit from a year ago. Here's the 2-2. in tight, 3-2. Visiting with Parker, he was saying that a lot of that is just refining the mechanics, and so much of that done in the offseason, and also getting stronger. The 3-2 pitch, swung on, a chopper over the mound. The shortstop, Rocchio, fields, fires, got him. Nice play by Brian Rocchio as that chopper carried that ball over the mound and then back behind the second base bag. But Rocchio, with the good range and then the strong throwing arm, retires Chisholm on a nice play. So one down, and here comes Anthony Volpe, who reached on an error by the second baseman Travis Bazzana that allowed a run to score back in the second. And he takes a breaking ball low and in for ball one. 3-1 Yankees over the Guardians here in the fourth. Messick right back with the 1-0, and he catches the inside corner with another good fastball, on the count evens at 1-1 on Volpe. Starting at short today, Caballero, the other shortstops, in right. Here's the 1-1. Fastball, strike two call. Snuck a couple right in there. 1-2 the count on Volpe, who asked for time to slow down Messick, and we'll see this. Every team now with the book on Messick. Slow him down if you can. Works as quickly as anyone. Here's the 1-2. Fastball up high and outside. 2-2 the count. Now the 2-2 delivery. Swung on, ground ball to short, corralled by Rocchio. Throws, got him at first. 2 down. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton back with you in downtown Cleveland. Ali Sanchez, the catcher, swings and misses, and it's 0-1 on Sanchez, who struck out his first time up. Brian Matze up the street at Command Center on a sunny Wednesday afternoon. The 0-1 down low, 1-1. Game time temperature today was 81, and that has bumped up a degree or two as the afternoon has gone along. Humid today. Good summer baseball day today in downtown Cleveland. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, a slow tapper foul, and dribbles over to the Yankee dugout on the first base side. Hey, nobody has more electrified vehicles than Toyota, including a new lineup of battery electric vehicles, the longer range BZ, Woodland SUV, and the quick CHR crossover. Next pitch is fouled off at home plate. Find out more at Toyota.com. 1-2 the count on Sanchez. Yankees depleted in their catching department just a bit with the injury to Austin Wells. The 1-2. Fastball up. Did he check it? Oh, he did, they say. On a pitch that was up high. First base umpire Bruce Dreckman says that he indeed checked it. I don't know. Getting a second look. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Messick does indeed strike out Sanchez for the second time today. Side retired. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Yankees 3, Guardians 1.
Let's see how the big fastball for Miz works out.
Struck him out. Another fastball.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Always the big question is, how does somebody recover after their first start? You got all the jitters out after opening day.
I think he's back.
Still bringing some serious heat.
He's already got 3 over 100 today.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 101, and Mizorowski's got the juice working here this afternoon at American Family Field. Couple of Ks and a perfect first for Miz.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
You can describe Tulsa as a
big, small town or a small, big city?
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
However, at IKEA.us, IKEA, dream the possibilities.
Travis Bazzana will try and solve Carlos Rodon as the Guardians trail 3-1. Angel Martinez leading off the first inning, homered. That's been about it against Rodon, who's only allowed 2 other hits, both on the infield. So Bazzana, who reached on an infield single back in the first inning, digs in and he takes a pitch outside and low for ball 1. This is a tough left-on-left matchup for the rookie Travis Bazzana. The veteran Rodon right back to it with the 1-0. Just missed down low. Count moves to 2-0 on Bazzana. Now the 2-0 delivery from Rodon. Swung on, pulled foul over to the on-deck circle, first base side. Bazzana trying to get it rolling again. Tough stretch here, last 9 games coming in, hitting close to 100. But had that infield single first time up. The 2-1. High and outside with the fastball, and the count's now 3-1 on Bazzana. Stuart Fairchild next, and then Daniel Schneemann in the home half of the 4th inning. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. 3-2 the count on Bazzana. Guardians trying to avoid the sweep. They have not been swept in a series this season. And going back to last August, 31 consecutive series they have not been swept, and that's the longest streak in the American League. Only the Braves have gone 36 consecutive series without a sweep, have a longer streak. Here's the 3-2. Outside, ball 4. Bazzana draws the walk, and the Guardians have a leadoff base runner here in the 4th inning. Now they trail by 2. And again, Tom mentioning last inning that base runners have not been the problem for the Guardians in this series. It's getting them in that has been the challenge. Now Stuart Fairchild steps in. Fly to center, first time up. Here's the pitch. There goes Bazzana. The pitch is low and in. The throw by Sanchez, not nearly in time. Good jump. And the Guardians taking advantage of the young catcher, Ali Sanchez. And Bazzana swipes his 10th base of the season. And again, that one came on an excellent jump for Travis Bazzana. Cleveland leading the American League in stolen bases now. That's 66 as a team, just ahead of the Yankees. Both these teams love to run, and it's a major part of their game offensively. The pitch was a ball, so it's 1-0 on Fairchild. Right-handed hitter who picked up his first hit as a Guardian last week in New York. Here's the 1-0, and that's outside and high. 2-0 the count on Stuart Fairchild. Facing Carlos Rodon, the veteran right-hander out of North Carolina State. Didn't take him long to make it to the major leagues with the White Sox. The 2-0, fastball up, and the count's now 3-0, and it's always fun to see a pitcher develop over their career. For Rodon, this is season number 12 in the major leagues. Still with that great arm, but definitely pitches more. Here's the 3-0. Inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Hope in the 4th And we'll see if the Guardians can take advantage. Well, you get a pair of walks to start an inning, and usually that means good things down the road in that inning, as that's 3 walks in the game allowed by Rodon. And now Daniel Schneemann will step in. Time for our Cleveland Clinic caregiver shout out. Big thanks to the caregivers at Avon Hospital for everything they do to care for patients and families. That's Avon Hospital. Schneemann digs in, another left on left challenge. Here's the pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Good heat inside. That's tough to get to as Rodon worked it up and in on Schneemann. Schneemann trying to get it going again consistently. Here's the 0-1. He swings and skies it high in the air to center. Circling under it in medium center is Grisham, who makes the catch, tagging but holding, and wisely so. And second base is Bazzana. 1 down in the inning. Austin Hedges will step in. Make your favorite players all-stars. You can cast your 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star Ballot daily at MLB.com/vote. Hedges lined to left his first time up as he continues to swing the bat well. Had a booming single, and we say that because he singled off the 19-foot high wall in left last night. Probably would have been a home run in every other ballpark that doesn't have a 19-foot high wall. Looks like we have maybe a pitch comm issue for the Yankees, or do we? No, Rodon's okay. Checked on that with his catcher Sanchez. And we're good to go as Hedges digs in. Guardians down 3-1. Couple of men aboard. Bazzana at second, Fairchild at first, both with good speed. Now Rodon ready to work to Hedges. Here's his pitch. And it's down low for ball 1. Mention it didn't take Rodon long to reach the major leagues. He was drafted in 2014 and just a handful of appearances in the minor leagues for Chicago in his draft year, and then he was up the next season. The 1-0 on the outside corner for a strike. Made 2 appearances at AAA in 2015, and then he was in the White Sox rotation the rest of that year. Won 9 games as a rookie, and he was a big-time power pitcher. The 1-1 swung on, and that's blasted high and deep to left, but hooking foul. Hedges got just out in front. Hit it well, but pulled it foul. And now Rodon, he still has the good velocity. I mean, it's fastball slider for sure, but he mixes in a little bit more off speed now. Here's the 1-2. Check swing foul at home plate. And we'll do it again on 1-2 to Austin Hedges. Guardians trailing by 2 here in the 4th inning. In search of that big base hit. Number 9 hitter Brian Rocchio waiting on deck. The 1-2 to Hedges. Swung on, line, right side, base hit down the right field line. Bazzana will round third. He'll score easily on his way to third, and holding there is Fairchild into second with an RBI double. Austin Hedges, and the Guardians have pulled to within 1. It's now the Yankees 3, Cleveland 2 on Hedges' 5th double, 8th run batted in on the season. And there it is again. That willingness to go to the opposite field for Austin Hedges, and it paid off big time there with a double down the right side. So now that tying run 90 feet away, the go-ahead run, the infielders coming in along with the catcher Sanchez to have a chat with Rodon. No pitching coach. Just the position players on the infield as Rocchio will step in, and Brian Rocchio has been one of the best for the Guardians, men in scoring position. Digs in from that right side. Here's the pitch, and it's upstairs for ball one. Yankees have the infield in on the right side. The shortstop Volpe's back, and the third baseman Rosario also back behind the bag at third. Now the 1-0 on the inside corner at the belt for a strike. That'll even it up at 1-1 on Brian Rocchio. Guardians down by a run, but threatening big time in this bottom of the fourth. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. A little late on that 95-mile-an-hour fastball was Rocchio. Rocchio came in hitting .275 with men in scoring position. Cooled off a little bit in that area after a big start, but trying to deliver here. Only one out in the inning. The 1-2 pitch, swung on, fouled back. More hard stuff from Carlos Rodon, and he's sitting consistent in 95. And again, late to start his season after battling elbow issues a year ago, still making his starts, but in pain. The 1-2 swung on, and there's a fly ball to right. This one's hit well. Back on it, reaching up, making the catch is Caballero. Tagging and scoring is Fairchild. And the sac fly from Brian Rocchio has tied this game at 3. Hedges advanced to third on the play. Boy, Caballero, an infielder by trade, that did not look easy by any means for him, as he was backpedaling, reached up and caught it stretched as far as he could. Almost had it go over his head. It's an RBI for Rocchio, his 31st, as he drives in a run with a sac fly, and the Guardians getting that runner in from third with less than 2 down. On the third sac fly of the season for Brian Rocchio. Now top of the lineup, Angel Martinez. Go ahead run at third, and Austin Hedges. 2 down, the pitch. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to right center. Back on it, Caballero makes the catch just shy of the warning track to retire the side. But the Guardians tie it with 2 in the fourth. We head to the 5th. It's Cleveland 3.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
All right, so here's the Mets home jersey. To me, growing up in New York, also a very iconic jersey. The blue pinstripes that represented the Dodgers. Got the orange outline, which represented the Giants, which are the 2 teams that left New York. And then subsequently the Mets were created. You know, my parents were Mets fans growing up, and this was the jersey that I also dreamed of wearing.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till it thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green. You are an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
3-3 ball game as Parker Messick gets back to it in the 5th inning, and his first pitch to Paul Goldschmidt's in there for a strike. Goldschmidt bounced to short his first time up. Walk next time. Now the 0-1 up high for a ball. 1-1. A couple of times now we've seen Goldschmidt at the top of the Yankee lineup. Here's the 1-1 from Messick. Swung on, chopped foul at home plate. And the count's now 1-2. Paul Goldschmidt, that savvy veteran, back for his 2nd season in New York. And he had to make some decisions in the offseason to do that. Here's the 1-2. Poked foul over to his own dugout on the first base side. I'll do it again on 1-2, but he didn't sign until just before spring training to come back. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, popped him up on the infield. Battling the son, Hoskins, and the first baseman makes the catch. Not a high pop up at all. And Goldschmidt's retired. One down for Ben Rice, the first baseman. Rice is 0 for 2. Guardians were able to handle him last night, too. He was 0 for 5. 2 hits in the series opener Monday night. Left on left. Here's the pitch to him. And it's down low for a ball. Guardians 3, Yankees 3. Top half of the 5th inning. Parker Messick, the rookie, with the 1-0. Waved at and missed. That'll even it up at 1-1. Nasty slider that time from Messick. And Rice asks for time. Enbridge Gas Ohio wants to remind you, whether you're an individual or contractor, state law requires that you call 811 before you dig to have those underground utilities marked. It's simple and free. Now Rice is back in there. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball on the outside corner. Strike 2 call. That was the curve that time. It just kind of floats in there, and Rice watched it go and catch the corner. So Messick with the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Came back with the heat at 96. That's about top end today for Parker Messick. And he records his 3rd strikeout. 2 up, 2 down, and now Cody Bellinger, another left-handed batter who has walked and flied to left. The pitch to him. Outside and low for a ball. 11 runs batted in his last 14 games for Bellinger, including the 2 that won the game Monday night. The 1-0 on the outside corner for a strike. That'll even the count at 1-1. Now Messick's 1-1 delivery. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to left. Circling over toward the line and making the catch with plenty of room to spare is David Fry. Side retired in order. We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's still the Guardians 3, the Yankees 3.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
And there might be a spot here or there. This ball really has some ride on it. Canzone, target practice to center field. Man, that was a shot. A solo blast to center field. Canzone's 8th. 451 feet, dead red.
Man, that ball was absolutely mashed. It just kept going into the green out there in center field.
Coming on, Schumann dives, makes the catch. Max Schumann, great hustle right there.
Caught by Rengifo says not today. Schmidt's back, he's at the track, he leaps, and he makes the catch.
Diving stop backhanded by Hoskins. A perfect feed to Ciccone. What a play by Hoskins.
He slides, and did he hold on? He did. Just get him the 3rd Gold Glove right now. Gilbert jumps up. He caught it.
He just made a spectacular play.
Caught by Rengifo. Boy, has he been tested. That ball smoked right at him.
Cody reaching out, he's got it.
Oh, how did he grab that?
And he slides, and he's there. No nightmares there. It's over by the sidewall, slides. He made the catch.
He hangs on.
Speaking of arms.
Wow. A howitzer for Abreu.
To the right side. There's a stab by a running Alex Freeland.
Backhanded nicely by McMahon. Oh, a rocket.
Line drive left field. And Mangum will make the catch.
Guardians and Yankees tied at 3, bottom of the 5th inning. Jose Ramirez will lead things off against Carlos Rodon. The big lefty delivers, and Ramirez takes it outside for a ball. Well, the Guardians have scored 3 times here against the Yankees starting pitcher. They've been on quite a roll. 13 of the last 17 starts, a Yankee starter has allowed 2 or fewer runs. This accomplishment today. Here's the 1-0. Down low 2-0. A couple of those were last week in New York. The Guardians did some good work offensively. Now the 2-0 pitch to Ramirez. Swing and a foul tip at home plate. 2-1 the count. Jose's 1 for 2. He reached on an infield single his last time up in the 3rd inning. Here's the 2-1 on the inside corner, called strike 2. A well located fastball that time by Carlos Rodon. Now the 2-2. Nope. He took too long, and Ramirez asked for time just as that pitch clock was winding down. Get you the injury report this half inning, presented by Elk & Elk. For a team of injury lawyers dedicated to every client every day, call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. The bat goes flying as he almost hit the on-deck batter, Rhys Hoskins. Ramirez down on strikes. Strikeout number 5 for Carlos Rodon. And here comes Hoskins, who's 0 for 2. He's lined to short and struck out looking. Gabriel Arias continuing his rehab assignment down in Columbus. The pitch is up and in. Hoskins for ball 1. Arias with that hamstring injury, just getting back to play now at Columbus. Here's the 1-0 from Rodon. Swung on, ground ball to third. Dug out by Rosario, throws across in time for the out, and it's 2 quick outs for Carlos Rodon here in the 5th. David Fry will bat. A walk and a strikeout. Eric Sabrowski with a bullpen yesterday. He's on the mend from some elbow issues, also on the injured list. And of course for the Yankees, the big one, the rib injury to Aaron Judge that will have him out a significant amount of time. Here's the pitch. And it's in tight to Fry. Ball 1. Fry in that cleanup spot, playing left field today. Here's the 1-0 from Rodon. Swung on, line to third, caught by Rosario. Side retired in order. 5 complete in downtown Cleveland. It's the Guardians 3 and the Yankees 3.
The Arizona Diamondbacks are striking back after a slow start, and it's largely thanks to one of baseball's fastest men.
Corbin's on the run. He's going the distance. He's going for speed.
Corbin Carroll has been playing like an MVP since his debut in 2022, but in his 4th full season, he's taken his game to a whole new level.
This guy's unbelievable. He's unforgettable.
On Sunday, Carroll put together one of the best games of his career, going 4 for 4 with 2 triples and a 9-1 D-backs win. That put Carroll at 8 triples for the season, twice as many as any other player, and 51 for his career.
He's the reason why you come to the ballpark.
Watch him hit and watch him run.
He became the 2nd fastest player of all time to reach 80 homers and 50 triples. Only Hall of Famer Lou Gehrig did it faster. Carroll's on pace to lead the majors in triples for the 3rd straight season, and he's only 1 triple away from tying the Diamondbacks club record of 52.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Well, what else is new? Cleveland, New York, and a white knuckler. 3-3 as Ahmed Rosario bangs the first pitch foul third base side, strike one, as we start the sixth inning. David Weather's son, Ryan, warming in the Yankee pen. Parker Messick misses up and in, 1-1. Yankees are talking about eventually moving the young man to the bullpen. The pitch outside. Messick missed with a changeup. Ryan Weathers has been a starter, but when they get Max Fried back, Yankees will have a surplus in the rotation. The 2-1. Rosario fouling it back. 2-2. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton with you, along with Jim Rosenhaus, Brian Motze. Hot, steamy day on the shores of Lake Erie. Fifth inning, game tied 3-3. Rosario 1 for 2, a single. Messick's pitch, swing and a foul back. Messick has kept Cleveland in this game. Manuel Martinez started the game for Cleveland in the first with a bomb to the porch. Now the 2-2. Inside corner, strike three called. Rosario out looking. 4 strikeouts for Messick. Then the Yankees looked like they had taken control as New York had a 3-run second. Cleveland had a couple of errors. Jazz Chisholm had a big 2-run triple. But Messick hasn't allowed anything since. Here's Trent Grisham. 1 for 2, a single. Grisham takes a called strike. Cleveland then tied the game in the fourth. Carlos Rodon walked the first 2 batters, and it cost him. Austin Hedges RBI double. Brian Rocchio sac fly. Pitch down low, 1-1, and that's where we stand. 3-3 here in the sixth. Each team 3 runs, 4 hits. Cleveland 2 errors. New York 1. Now the 1-1 delivery. And it's fouled back. Grisham with a 1-2 count. Messick has struck out 4, walked 2. He's now at 87 pitches, so if he can get through 6, you know that'll be all she wrote with the pitch count, the heat, the humidity, and he's done his job. One of the 3 runs unearned. The pitch, and it's fouled off right side by Grisham. And the count stays 1-2. Final meeting between these 2 clubs, unless they meet again come October. Would anyone be surprised if that happened? The pitch, foul down the left side, sweet level, and the count stays 1-2. Always great catching up with the outstanding PR man for the Yankees, the pride of Youngstown. Jason Zillo has done a remarkable job with the Yankees for years now. The 1-2 pitch, and strike 3 called, and Grisham says, let's just wait a minute. He will challenge the call. Grisham thought it was high and outside. Trent Grisham was correct. So the Yankees maintain their 2 challenges. Cleveland has 1. Grisham wants to double check. What's the count? 2 balls, 2 strikes, climbs back in. Left on left. Messick's ready. Here it comes. And it's swung on, drilled to deep right. Back goes Martinez over his head. One hops the wall. Cairns back toward the infield. Grisham may think 3. He hits second. He is on his way to third. He's in sliding with a triple. When that ball banged off the wall after the short hop, it ricocheted beyond Martinez back toward the infield. Martinez just got caught too close to the wall. And instead of that being a double, now it becomes a triple. And the go-ahead run at third with 1 out. And Matt Festa, the right-hander, warming in the Cleveland pen as pitching coach Carl Willis will head right back out to the mound. Also been great catching up with the outstanding equipment manager of the Yankees, Rob Kakuza. And Rob Kakuza and his brother Lou Kakuza, outstanding clubhouse managers. We see Lou whenever Cleveland is at Yankee Stadium. He takes care of the visiting clubhouse, and Rob Kakuza takes care of the Yankees. Great people. It's been a fun week and a half. These games have been intense. Now the infield in for Jose Caballero. Go ahead run at third. 1 down. 6th inning. 3-3 game. Messick back to the windup. Here comes the pitch. Caballero shows bunt, and he bunted it foul. That might have been the Yankees' idea of a safety squeeze, although Grisham was not very far down the line, and Caballero, not sure he wanted to really bunt at that. Again, infield in. Caballero, he had a bunt single that led to a 3-run rally in the second. The pitch, he swings away and drives one high in the air to left. Near the line, charging in, Fry makes the catch. Tagging coming home, Grisham, throw to the plate on the fly. Diving in with a hand slap of the plate is Grisham, avoiding the tag of Hedges. Fry charging in, made that catch in foul ground, had to throw in a hurry to the plate. Got it there on the fly, but it was in foul territory. Hedges diving toward Grisham. Grisham diving toward home plate and slapped the plate with his hand, and the Yankees have a 4-3 lead. And again, that's a segment of the Yankee game that doesn't get talked enough about. The ability to manufacture a run and not just wait for the bomb. New York on top, 4-3. Here's Jazz Chisholm. Caballero's 17th RBI. Chisholm takes down and away ball 1. So New York with a 4-3 advantage. 2 down, bases empty. 6th inning. Chisholm tapping it foul off to the right, and they count 1-1. You don't think of the Yankees normally and their ability to manufacture runs, do the little things, but Aaron Boone insists upon it, and it makes them that much more dangerous. Now the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a foul back. Curveball that Messick may have gotten away with one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a triple that maybe should have been a double. Again, little things. The 1-2. Swing and a foul at the plate. Kicks off to the right. Count stays 1-2. Yankees 4 runs, 5 hits. Cleveland 3 runs, 4 hits. It's been this way this series and last week in New York. Back and forth. The 1-2. Down low, 2-2. It's not exactly been the first 3 rounds of Hagler-Hearns, but they have come at each other for a week and a half now. The 2-2. Down and away, full count. And both clubs will be thankful they have tomorrow off. Yankees head to Toronto. Cleveland stays home to host Detroit. Now the payoff pitch. And a little wide. Messick started off the mound for the third base dugout. He thought the inning was over. It's ball 4. The day is over for Parker Messick. as Stephen Vogt is going to make a pitching change with that 2-out walk. And this pitching change is brought to you by Spartan Storm Shield. It's the roof system to last your lifetime. Visit SpartanStormShield.com. Parker Messick heads for the third base dugout with New York on top 4-3.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Taylor going back in front of the wall, makes the catch and bangs into it.
Rayleigh back, he's at the track, he's at the wall, and he makes the catch.
It's hit towards third, caught by Bohm. Ball rattled a bit in his glove, but he hangs on.
Ball on the ground at third. Okamoto dives to stop it. He'll go to the plate and get the lead runner Bohm.
Coming on, Sade Don. He's got to hurry. He slides and makes the play. Beautiful defense out in center.
Slaps one to right field and a diving catch by Nathan Lucas.
And he hits it up the middle behind second. Caught by Rocchio. Dives, steps through. Double play. What a play by Rocchio.
Grounded to Suarez on the backhand. Fair. Positioned perfectly. And they retire Bogarts.
Back goes Lyle. Back goes Cruz on the warning track. Both there. They collide and Cruz caught the ball.
A line drive, diving catch by Gela. On the ground, backhanded by Williams. Quick release, throw to first. Dug out by Kurtz. They got him.
Flash in the leather.
.com. That's jobs.swagelock.com.
Matt Festa coming on with a runner at first, 2 down. Yankees back on top 4-3 in the 6th. It'll be a righty-righty matchup. Shortstop Anthony Volpe coming to the plate. Festa's 30th appearance, a win, a save, a 4.03 ERA, fastball cutter, and slider. Volpe 0 for 8 in the series. The set and delivery, and the Yankees shortstop takes high, ball 1. Hot and humid here in downtown Cleveland, not a cloud in the sky, and no breeze to speak of. The pitch, and it's fouled out of play, first base side. Chisholm, a threat to run with a team high 16 steals. He's at first with 2 down. Grisham tripled, Caballero sac fly, putting New York back on top here in the 6th. Quick throw over, and Chisholm back with a dive. Festa's ready. Here it comes. Runner goes. Pitch drilled to left near the line. This is trouble. It'll get down, go to the wall, and Chisholm's going to fly around third. He is coming home. Throw by Rocchio. Not in time. He scores standing. RBI double by Volpe. And it's 5-3 New York. So the 2-out walk, the speed of Chisholm, and the double by Volpe has given New York a 2-run advantage. And they just keep capitalizing this entire series with every opening. That'll close the book on Parker Messick. He gives up 5 runs today, 4 earned in 5 2/3. Now the pitch inside a ball to Ali Sanchez. That's the most runs given up by Parker Messick in a game this season. 5-3 New York. We're in the 6th. The next delivery up high again, ball 2, 2-0. Sanchez has struck out both times. Birthday wishes today going out to Arabag Desarian, celebrating his 70th birthday here at the ballpark. The pitch down and away, ball 3, 3-0. Boy, the guy you don't want to be facing is looming on deck, Paul Goldschmidt. Sanchez is 0 for 5 since coming up. The 3-0 pitch, and he walked him way high with it. And Goldschmidt gets to bat with 2 outs, 2 on. And this is flirting with disaster with this guy. Goldschmidt 0 for 2 with a walk, but hitting .379 with men in scoring position. What a career for Paul Goldschmidt. The pitch, and he fouled it back. Talked about it when we were in New York. His grandfather and his grandmother fled the Nazis in 1938.
Messick 5 2/3, 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned runs.
Festa, the 0-1 pitch, up and in, 1-1. Goldschmidt played collegiately at Texas State University. He's been with Arizona, St. Louis, and now the Yankees. And he is certainly going to get Hall of Fame consideration. The 1-1, waved at 1-2. 7-time All-Star, 5-time Silver Slugger, 4-time Gold Glove winner, 1-time National League Most Valuable Player. The 1-2, up and in, 2-2. Goldschmidt 3 times in his career, actually 4 times in his career, finished in the top 3 of the MVP vote. The pitch, swing and a foul back. He's much like Jose Ramirez, a perennial most valuable player candidate. And now at age 38, he is showing no signs of slowing down. Now the 2-2. Runner goes, pitch hit on a line up the alley in right center. This is going to score Volpe. On his way to third, Sanchez. RBI single to right center by Goldschmidt. And New York has struck for 3 runs, 2 after 2 men were out. And that'll bring out pitching coach Carl Willis. And now the Yankees up 6-3, runners at the corners. And again, when you walk the number 9 hitter, who does not have a hit in his brief time in the major leagues, and then you have to face Paul Goldschmidt, that is trouble looming, and trouble just hit town. And now Ben Rice to the plate.
All right, Tom, last week in New York, obviously with the news not yet settled on the status of Aaron Judge, it just seemed like an apprehensive unit, but I think we're seeing that this team will be just fine in a lot of their games offensively, even without Judge.
This is a deep lineup, and we're seeing it. Here's Ben Rice. He takes a breaking ball by the back foot, ball 1. Ben Rice 0 for 3. Yankees at the corners, up 6-3, 2 down, 6th inning. The pitch to Rice, and he bangs one to first, handled by Hoskins, steps on the bag, but New York with 3 leads 6-3 in the middle of the 6th inning.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dave.
3-2 to Vargas. Got him. Fastball at 99. Back-to-back Ks for Miz.
Setting up on the outside corner, and he hit the glove. Perfect pitch by Mizarowski. Excellent command with that fastball.
1-on-1, and he finishes the inning with a strikeout. Miz with 3 Ks. Got him. Blew him away with 99. 5 Ks in the first 2 innings for Mizarowski. And he struck him out. 10 Ks on opening day for Miz.
Bohm cuts it off, spins, throws, one hopper dug out by Harper.
A sparkling play from J.P. Crawford.
Peters on the run!
bobbles and he makes a barehanded catch.
Riley Green leaves his feet.
He'll leap and make the catch.
Mac dives, and Mac makes the catch.
That's why he's one of the best players in all of baseball.
Leaps and makes the catch.
That was an awesome play.
Pitchers are athletes too.
Dunn extends on the slide and he takes it away.
He's going to dive forward and make a great catch.
What a play by Nasim Nunez. Wow.
Waldschmidt makes the diving catch. Diving stop. Massey again. Goodness.
It ricochets off his glove. There's no way. Oh my goodness.
Beatty over dives, makes the catch.
Mike Trout dives and makes the catch.
There's Freddie Freeman sprawling to the deck to get him.
What a stab by Freddie Freeman.
Diving stop Witt on his feet. Oh, what a play. Bobby Witt Jr. It becomes routine.
Travis Bazzana will start the 6th inning for Cleveland. Now they were down 3-1 at one point, tied it. Now they're down 6-3. Travis Bazzana. Carlos Rodon out for the 6th. The pitch. Bazzana takes a called strike. He's singled and walked. Both bullpens busy. Rodon starting the 6th. 84 pitches deep. He fires. Bazzana takes one in the dirt, bounced in there. Bazzana hitting 5th today with a left-hander on the mound.
Cruz and Hendrick up for the Yankees.
Now the set, now the 1-1. Swing and a foul out of play to the left, 1-2. Tampa Bay is shutting out Boston 5-0 in the 7th. It's the only other game being played as we speak. Scores brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Tried to hold up. Chased. 6 strikeouts for Rodon. It'll bring up Stuart Fairchild, a fly out and a walk. Rodon's pitch down low, ball 1. Fairchild 1 for 9 since coming up. The 1-0 pitch. And it's fouled upstairs, first base side, 1-1. Rodon kicks, delivers, and he pounds the inside corner. Still throwing 95 miles per hour. 1-2 the count on Fairchild. Now the 1-2. In the dirt, ball 2, 2-2. The left-hander lets it fly. Fairchild swings through it. Strikeout number 7. 2 down in the 6th. That'll bring up Daniel Schneemann, has struck out, flied out. Left on left, 2 outs, nobody on. Rodon trying to give Aaron Boone 6 innings. Both bullpens exhausted. But he is stepping up now. Schneemann takes down and away, ball 1. Rodon's ready. Here it comes. And a check swing. Did he go? No. Pitch was high. 2-0. Daniel Schneemann out of BYU. Hard to believe he only had 5 home runs his entire collegiate career. Now the 2-0. And he sends this one in the air to center, not deep. Shading toward left center. The center fielder Grisham makes the catch, and Rodon did his job. Now the Yankees can get the final 9 outs from their bullpen as Rodon went 6 innings.
It's just as hard to hit homers in this ballpark. There's a drive. I don't care how big the park is. This one is gone. Touch 'em all time. His first major league home run. T.J. Rumfield. First homer of the year for the Rockies. They take a 1-0 lead.
Roof open, roof closed. That would not have mattered. That sounded like a cannon coming off of the bat. Good for him.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards and I know.
Cody Hoyer on to pitch for Cleveland. 6-3 Yankees, 7th inning. Cody Bellinger will be the batter. Hoyer fastball, slider, changeup. The 6'5" right-hander is making appearance number 7. No wins, a loss, 3.68 ERA. Bellinger 2 flyouts and a walk. And he is still having communication issues. Parker Messick went 5 2/3, gave up a career high 5 runs, 4 earned on 5 hits, struck out 4, walked 3. Matt Festa 1/3 of an inning, giving up a run on 2 hits and walked a batter. Marathon knows you fans are the true co-pilot of any team. Marathon here to keep you and your team fueled all season long. Marathon driven together. Hoyer's pitch, and it's a little bit wide, ball 1. Most of the action will take place tonight, and that includes Milwaukee and the Athletics in Vegas. That pitch waved at, 1-1. They are playing a week's worth of games, are the Athletics, in the AAA ballpark in Vegas. No roof, so you're dealing with the elements, the higher elevation, and the ball's been flying out of that AAA park. The 1-1 pitch, down and in, 2-1. There have been 16 home runs total in the first 2 games of the Brewers and Athletics series. Now the 2-1 pitch, waved at, 2-2. Athletics are going to play another week's worth of games in Vegas later this season. And of course, they'll have a domed ballpark for their new home in 2028. Hoyer's pitch is lashed foul down the left side off the netting. Still a 2-2 count. Not all the athletic players are very happy about having to make another road trip. The pitch. Swing and a little blooper toward left, twisting down the line, and it is a fair ball. Hit the line. Fry's throw to third. Slide tag, not quite in time. Good effort by Fry. Bellinger with a hustle double his 14th. But the athletic players were saying, why do we have to, in essence, make another road trip? We finally have, if not a home you own in Sacramento, either an apartment or you're renting. And one of the players said, we're finally used to a AAA ballpark in Sacramento. Now we go to another AAA ballpark in Vegas. Why? But it's being done nonetheless. Ryan McMahon is going to pinch hit for Ahmed Rosario. And then he'll stay in and play third, left-handed batter. The pitch, and it's down and in, ball one. We're in the seventh. Yankees in control, 6-3. Cody Hoyer's ready. Here it comes. And it's waved at, evens the count.
Well, the other part of that equation, too, that Sacramento finally has a team that is hanging around a little bit competitively wise, but
now the 1-1, a little bit wide, ball 2, 2-1.
You have to feel it. That puts them at a competitive disadvantage for what they normally would have.
Yeah, they're not happy. But now the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul right side, 2-2. They'll be a lot happier in 2 years when they're not paying a 13% California tax on their income. Nevada does not have state income tax, so that's a massive raise for a major league player to go to a state with no state income tax. The 2-2. Swing and a dribbler foul right side. I think there's state income tax in Ohio, 8%, something like that.
Neighborhood.
California, top earners like that, over 13% just for the state. Now the 2-2 delivery to McMahon. In there, strike 3 call. Manager Mark Kotsay has to be feeling awfully good about his situation. He's already bought a home in Las Vegas. He's the current manager of the Athletics. He's done a great job. But he's already ahead of the curve. Here's Trent Grisham, triple and a single. Got the triple to get it going last inning when the Yankees regained the lead with a 3 spot. Hoyer misses down and in for ball 1. It's 6-3 in the 7th. Yankees with the lead. Runner at second, 1 down. The pitch. Fouled at the plate, 1-1. Tigers in town this weekend, and if things go as planned, the Tigers expect to have Tarek Skubal on the mound Saturday afternoon. Casey Mize back on the mound Sunday afternoon. Detroit's getting hot, getting healthy. 28-39, but a long way to go, as we saw last year when Cleveland caught the Tigers. The pitch down low. Tigers had a 15.5 game lead over Cleveland, and Cleveland made history, catching the Tigers and winning another Central Division title. Able to raise another flag. Now the 2-1. Inside, fastball missed, 3-1. First time all day we actually have a breeze. from the left field to right field corner. The pitch inside, he walked him. So Grisham has really played well back-to-back weeks against Cleveland. He'll head to first. Bellinger's at second. One down for Jose Caballero. He's 1 for 2 with a bunt single and a sac fly. Now the set. Now the pitch. Bullseye. Nothing in 1 to count. Well, the Friday night giveaway is that T-shirt featuring the 3 rookies. Parker Messick, Chase DeLauder, Travis Bazzana, Dollar Dogs, Fireworks. Tickets at CLEGuardians.com. The next offering waved at, and an 0-2 count on Caballero. He's in right field today. Six to 3 Yankees. 2 men aboard with 1 down in the 7th. Hoyer's ready. Checks second, comes to the plate, taking off of the runners, pitch up and in, throw to second is high, double steal. I mean to tell you, Bellinger was more than halfway to third, and Hoyer was still in the set position. What an incredible jump by Bellinger. And the Yankees, again, showing you the other weapons that they have besides the long ball. Infield in. The 1-2 pitch coming up now to Jose Caballero. And before it's made, he'll step out again. Bellinger's 8th steal, Grisham his 6th. Caballero now is having a discussion as he and Wagner are talking about something. I have no idea. But the count's 1-2. Yankees second and third, 1 out. Infield in, 6-3 New York. Hoyer's ready. And the 1-2 delivery. Down and away, 2-2. Hoyer sets, lets it fly, and the pitch drilled to right. That'll be a base hit. It'll score Bellinger. Grisham will be held up at third, and the Yankees just keep piling on. 7-3. As Caballero, with his 2nd RBI today, 18 on the year, slashes it the other way. And the Yankees still have runners at the corners. 1 down, and the batter Jazz Chisholm. A 2-run triple today. Yankees have had a pair of triples in this game. 1st and 3rd, 1 down. 7-3 New York, 7th inning. Infield back, double play depth, and the pitch waved at. Good changeup, strike 1. The first base coach for the Yankees, Dan Fiorito, at times you don't even see him out there. He is so close to the Yankee dugout, he's just trying to stay out of harm's way. The pitch swung on a chopper towards second. Bazzana gloves, fires to second for the only out they can get. Grisham scores, fielder's choice RBI. So Chisholm with his 3rd RBI today, and the Yankees lead it 8-3. And boy, when they get a runner to third, less than 2 out, they get that run home. Now with 2 down, here's Anthony Volpe.
Will Dion up for Cleveland.
Volpe, 1 for 3, an RBI double. Will Dion warming in the Cleveland pen. 8-3 New York. 2 down, 7th inning. And the pitch in the dirt to the backstop. The wild pitch enables Chisholm to go to second. And Hoyer at 25 pitches here in the 7th inning. Now the 1-0 in there, 1-1. When you've got rust to bust, use PB Blaster, Cleveland original. Since 1957, PB Blaster, always working like a pro. Hoyer firing, down and away, 2-1. Having trouble throwing that slider for strikes. Eight runs, 9 hits for New York. 3 runs, just 4 hits for Cleveland. The pitch, and it's hit foul towards the upper deck on the third base side of the park. And a 2-2 count on Volpe. Outfield playing him the other way toward right. The 2-2. Way outside, backhanded by Hedges. Full count now. Hoyer's ready. The payoff delivery. And Volpe, with a runner going, takes outside. That'll be a walk and a steal. Number 17 for Chisholm. 3rd for the Yankees this inning. That'll be all for Cody Hoyer. Another pitching change. We'll be back.
Attention on deck. Calling all Cuyahoga County vets. We are the Veteran Service Commission, your forward operating base. From VA claims and financial assistance and more, we got your 6. Visit us today at...
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Tie Cubs.
These are Tie Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say, one great play deserves another. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Will Dion makes his 5th outing. ERA 5.63, and he'll finish this game today. Or one would assume he would. Off day tomorrow, and there's no point in using anybody else out of your bullpen. Yankees have pretty much put it out of reach with 5 runs in the 6th and 7th innings. Cleveland fought back from a 3-1 deficit, tied it up in the 4th. When the Yankees regained the lead in the 6th, the air went out of the balloon. Here's Ali Sanchez, the right-handed hitting catcher. He bats with 2 down. Yankees at the corners. 8-3 New York. The pitch swung on, line to left. Coming on David Fry. Makes the running catch as he reaches out and charges in with a backhanded grab. Bottom of the 7th is coming up. Stretch time at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es Flow Mayor.
of the Guardians.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Brent Hedrick, the left-hander, coming on to work the seventh. Ryan McMahon will stay in the game, play third. Heck of an effort by Carlos Rodon. Carlos Rodon made 96 pitches today. He worked 6 innings. He gave up 3 runs. He only allowed 4 hits. The walks got him in some trouble. Struck out 7, walked 3. Hendricks' pitch. Swung on, rolled to third by catcher Austin Hedges. McMahon throws him out. Hedges 1 for 3 today with an RBI double. Hendrick, a left-hander. Brian Rokiel will bat right-handed. 2 flyouts, 1 a sac fly. Brent Hedrick has appeared in 33 games, including today. 4 wins, a 2.03 ERA. He fires, and it's a called strike. The next offering, swung on, popped him up. Second baseman Jazz Chisholm, first baseman Ben Rice, both in on the grass. The first baseman Rice makes the grab. 2 down for Angel Martinez. He'll bat right-handed. Homer to start the Cleveland first. It's the only time Cleveland led 1-0. Hedrick's pitch, called strike. Well, you talk about a rugged stretch. It doesn't get any easier. Detroit, Milwaukee, Houston, Chicago. That's next. That pitch is low. Cleveland will have a 3-city trip after the Tigers series. To Milwaukee, one of the best teams in baseball. To Houston, they're starting to get healthy. And then finally, we see the White Sox. The pitch fouled out of play to the right, 1-2. Cleveland and the White Sox have not played each other. The first meeting will be June 22nd in Chicago. So it's a relentless schedule for everybody. That's Major League Baseball. The pitch to Martinez, and he sends a little looping liner into left, base hit. Went down and got it. Second hit for Martinez. That'll bring up Jose Ramirez. Yankees have kept him quiet this series. He does have 4 hits, but no RBIs. 2 down, a runner at first. 8-3 New York here in the 7th. Brent Hedrick's ready, and the lefty's pitch. Swung on, fouled into the first base seating area. Hedrick, 6'6", 235. Still hard to believe they got him a little over a year ago, right before spring training, when Minnesota waived him. What a pickup. The pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate, 0-2.
How often do you talk about the scouts who are looking for amateur talent? But obviously someone was on Hedrick and felt it worth putting in a claim on him, and what a dividend that's been.
Now the 2-strike pitch. In the dirt. Another nice stop by Sanchez. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 8-3 Yankees, 7th inning. So Cleveland won the first 2 games last week in the Bronx. And New York will likely now finish with 4 straight over Cleveland. That pitch down low, 2-2, 97-mile-an-hour four-seamer. The 2-2. Swung on, grounded to short. Volpe goes to second for the force. We go to the 8th. 8-3 Yankees.
In baseball, it's important to use your head, but it's not always helpful.
It hit him in the head, and oh no,
That's gonna be a home run.
Well, Jose, you have company.
And batter beware, the animal is loose.
Can I see that jump again? It looked like Luke Cornett trying to block a 3.
Now, there's top rail, and then there's yelling 4.
He hits him right in the palm of the glove.
It certainly grades an A for effort.
David Peterson on to pitch. Jacob Marcy loses the bat.
Oh, somebody's throwing a baseball up there from the Mets dugout to try and loosen it.
Shot up the middle. That's where Hyer Lee is, and he drops the ball. Unbelievable.
And how about a look at some heads-up defensive plays?
Converging. It's Antonacci with the diving play. And what a rolling grab by Jorge Barrosa. It's by the pole, and Siri got it. He went up and got it.
That, folks, is the magic of baseball.
Royo on the spin, smother, got it!
Fundy goes behind the back.
How about that?
What else going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
And that's not good right there.
See Andy looking at it like, hey, not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. Love to get that one back. Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up tonight. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
Will Dion, top of the order, top of the 8th, 8-3 Yankees. Paul Goldschmidt, 1 for 3 RBI, single and a walk, takes the strike. Dion's ready. Here it comes. Bullseye, 0-2. Now the 0-2. Swing and a foul upstairs. Big series for the Blue Jays when you look ahead this weekend. They're hosting New York, and of course, they eliminated New York in the postseason last October. And Toronto right now is still under 500 and 8 games behind New York and Tampa. Now the 0-2. Swung on, line to center. Goldschmidt went down, got that pitch about ankle high, and lined it right back up the middle into center. That'll bring up Ben Rice. Ben Rice 0 for 4, 2 for 12 in the series. Left on left. 8-3 New York. The pitch, and it's wide, ball 1. Dion, first base side of the rubber, hands below the belt. He delivers, and it's swung on, grounded through the hole into right, base hit. Goldschmidt stops at second, Rice at first. Nobody out for Cody Bellinger. He's 1 for 3 with a double and a walk. Now the pitch. Upstairs a ball. Well, the Braves are in Chicago to take on the White Sox tonight, and Ronald Acuna Jr. has been put on the injured list with a hamstring injury. It's a huge blow for Atlanta. Dion's pitch, and it's hit in the air. Left side of the infield. Infield fly rule. The shortstop in shallow left, Brian Rocchio, retires Bellinger. Out number 1. Braves, who've been baseball's best team all year, with a 9-game lead over Philly in the National League East. That's a blow anytime you lose Acuna Jr. Again, left on left. Here's Ryan McMahon, struck out his only time up. The pitch. Outside corner, strike. Former Cleveland Indian Will Brennan, designated for assignment by the Giants. The pitch, and it's nicking the outside corner for strike 2. Will Dion's ready. Here it comes. And it's fouled straight back. Count stays 0-2 on McMahon. The next delivery, strike 3 called. McMahon's out looking. 2 down, 2 on, 8-3 Yanks in the 8th. Trent Grisham to the plate. Grisham has singled and tripled and walked today. 2 for 3 officially. Dion's ready. The pitch down and away. Ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch, and it's fouled at the plate. 1-1. Dion's ready. He fires low and away. Ball 2, 2-1. The left-hander out of McNeese State lets it fly, and it's a strike. Painted the outer edge. 2-2 on Grisham. I've said it a bunch, but Grisham's a guy that flies under the radar. He is a really good all-around player. The 2-2. Swinging a foul down the left side. Yankees always have the money and the ability to sign big-time free agents, but bringing this guy back, very subtle move because of everything he does. The really good teams have stars, but they also have guys like Trent Grisham. This guy's a winner. The 2-2, and he hits one high in the air, fairly deep center. Playable for Fairchild. Middle of the 8th is coming up. Yankees 8, Cleveland 3 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your...
Welcome back to Cincinnati. Gino swung on, crushed. High, deep, left field. There it goes. Goodbye. Into the second deck. A 3-run go-ahead blast.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez to the second deck. And Absolutely no doubt about that one right there. 431 feet for Suarez. That ball was smashed.
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You could tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
As someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops.
Any relation to Grant?
I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Alan Rodin. And hopefully he is all right.
Look at it's his eye black. That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
Left-hander Ryan Yarbrough is on to pitch for the Yankees. Brent Hendrick went a scoreless inning. Carlos Rodon, maybe not as good as we've seen him in the past, but he was still plenty good enough. He always is when he faces Cleveland. 6 innings, gave up 3 runs. Brent Hendrick, a scoreless frame. Now Ryan Yarbrough with a .338 ERA in 13 outings. It was 3-3 through 5, and once the Yankees scored 3 in the 6th, this game was all but over. Here's Rhys Hoskins, 0 for 3. The left-hander delivers, and Hoskins takes strike 1 call. Yarbrough, longtime Tampa Bay Rays, bounced around Kansas City, Dodgers, Toronto, now the Yanks. He deals, and it's a little up, 1-1. Off day for both clubs. Detroit in town starting Friday night. After the off day, the 1-1 swing by Hoskins on a pop-up. Ben Rice, the first baseman, drifting into shallow right, puts up his throwing hand to shade his eyes. He doesn't have any sunglasses on, but the hand worked just as well, evidently. That'll bring up David Fry, 0 for 2 with a walk. Yarbrough's pitch inside, a ball. Expect to see Tarek Skubal Saturday and Casey Mize Sunday. Both on the injured list right now for Detroit. Both look ready to come back this weekend. The pitch inside, 2-0, and you can imagine the surge that'll give the Tigers. Well, the Yankees are going to challenge a call, and not sure why, since that pitch missed by a bunch. 8-3 Yankees. If you're Ali Sanchez, the catcher, you may want to rethink that one up. 8-3 with your home plate umpire. That pitch in there. It's hot. It's humid. It's been an exhausting series for the umpires as well as the players. That's not a way to get on the guy's good side. Now the 2-1. Waved at it. Good. Changeup. 2-2. The 2-2 delivery. Pulled foul, third base side. Will do it again at 2-2. And of course, Detroit remembers the only meeting with Cleveland was a couple of weeks ago. Cleveland went into the Motor City and swept the 4-game series. The 2-2. Swinging a foul third base side. Then Cleveland went to Philly and took 2 out of 3. And they were riding high, but with today's result all but assured, since that road trip, Cleveland will be 5-10. The 2-2. Got him swinging. Another good changeup. Yarbrough strikes out Fry. That is out number 2 in the 8th. Here's Travis Pisano. A single, a walk, and a strikeout. Left on left. Cleveland batting in the 8th. 2 outs, nobody on. 8-3 New York. The set and the delivery. And it's foul down the left side. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on a weak ground ball to short. Volpe gobbles, throws. We go to the 9th. 8-3 Yankees.
Now Chico to the belt. Checks the runners. Belliard trying to hold Ramirez close. And what happened?
A wild pitch. That one goes into the seats. All right, in unison, just a little outside.
Sometimes you come to a baseball game and you see something you've never seen before. I guarantee you will see that again. and again. And again.
Taylor going back in front of the wall, makes the catch and bangs into it.
Rayleigh back, he's at the track, he's at the wall, and he makes the catch.
It's hit towards third, caught by Bohm. Ball rattled a bit in his glove, but he hangs on.
Ball on the ground at third. Okamoto dives to stop it. He'll go to the plate and get the lead runner Bohm.
Coming on Don. He's got to hurry. He slides and makes the play. Beautiful defense out in center.
Slaps one to right field and a diving catch by Nathan Lucas.
And he hits it up the middle behind second. Caught by Rocchio. Dive, steps through. Double play. What a play by Rocchio.
Grounded to Suarez on the backhand. Fair. Positioned perfectly. And they retire Bogarts.
Back goes Lyle. Back goes Cruz on the warning track. Both there. They collide and Cruz caught the ball.
A line drive. Diving catch by Geller. On the ground. Backhanded by Williams. Quick release. Throw to first. Dug out by Kurtz. They got him.
Flash in the leather.
Will Dion, his third inning of work, and he'll face Jose Caballero. 8-3 Yankees. Angel Martinez got a leadoff homer to the porch in the first. Yankees struck for 3 in the second, the big blow. 2-run triple by Jazz Chisholm. Cleveland came back though and tied it in the fourth. RBI double by Austin Hedges. Sac fly by Brian Rocchio. The pitch over but low. But the Yankees broke the 3-3 tie in the 6th inning as they would score 3, added 2 in the 7th, and now coasting 8-3 in the 9th. The pitch over but low. 2-0. The next pitch called strike, 2-1. And a challenge by Caballero in the 9th inning. Huh. And the challenge won by Caballero. So instead of the count being 2-1, it's 3-0. Now the pitch. Bullseye, 3-1. The next offering, swung on, ripped, fouled third base side. Full count. Good to see our good buddies from the flagship station here today. Mike Snyder, who does such a great job on sports every morning on the flagship with Bill Wills. The pitch, swing and a foul, hooked down the left side, still a full count. And Scooter got a hall pass from his wife. He was at the game today, but Mike having to chaperone Scooter. Good to have those guys with us. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Dion comes back, strikes out Caballero. That is out number 1 in the 9th. That'll bring up Jazz Chisholm. He has a 2-run triple. 1 for 3 in the game with 3 RBIs. Left on left matchup. 8-3 Yankees. We're in the 9th. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch, swing and a foul over the screen, strike 1.
So that means you got 2 doses of Scooter in one day. Are you going to be all right for the off day tomorrow?
It'll be hard. Mike probably had to carry Scooter to the car. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In there, a strike. 0-2. Now, good people. Not sure why Bill couldn't grace us and come down, but he probably had a tea time. Right now, Mike and Scooter are wishing they'd have joined Bill on the golf course.
Good golf day today, huh?
Nothing in 2, the count, 1 out, nobody on. Yankees up 8-3. The 0-2 to Chisholm. Got him swinging. 2 down. That'll bring up Anthony Volpe. RBI double, 1 for 3. Dion's pitch is foul tipped into the catcher's mitt, strike 1. Eight to 3 Yankees, 9th inning, 2 down, nobody on. Dion's ready. Here it comes. And a curve swung on, tapped weakly to third, charged by Schneemann, gloves and throws him out. Good job by Will Dion today. Finished up, shutting out the Yankees over 2 1/3. 8-3, bottom of the 9th next. Yankees leading.
This is the call of the Australian rubberbird.
Snap! They say it's a game of numbers. Pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
That one is gone! His major league leading 23rd home run.
Tough chance. What a play by Freeman. Did he hold on? He did! Oh, man. Cody Freeman makes a highlight reel catch.
Astros win 11-9, scoring 6 in the bottom half of the 8th. Their best win of 2026 came out of nowhere.
Shohei Ohtani did his job tonight. 6 innings of 2 hits, shutout baseball, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 89 pitches, 58 for strikes.
Has his ERA down to 0.74.
Christopher Sanchez has become the all-time leader in scoreless innings for a left-hander. Consecutive scoreless streak ends at 50 2/3 innings.
Trying to finish it up for New York is the left-hander Ryan Yarbrough. Came on last inning. Stuart Fairchild 0 for 2 with a walk. He'll be the batter with New York on top 8-3. Tickets sold today 31,586. The pitch outside a ball. Yarbrough works from the set, the high hold, and the pitch. Bullseye, 1-1. Took 10 innings, but after Baltimore tied it in the 9th, Seattle beat the Birds in 10, 6-5. The 1-1 checked on a pitch inside, 2-1. Seattle on top in the West at 37-32, now 3.5 ahead of Texas. Baltimore's lost 5 in a row. They're 31-38. They're going to be 11 games in back of New York. The 2-1 outside, 3-1. What's going on there with Baltimore? A couple of years ago, we thought this might be one of the best young teams in the game, and they've just gone backwards 2 years running.
Their young prospect stars have kind of leveled off a little bit.
Sure have. The 3-1 pitch outside, corner, a strike, and a challenge by Fairchild.
I think pitching-wise, too, they just haven't.
Well, let's see what the challenge is. And Fairchild was right. So he draws the leadoff walk here in the 9th, 8-3 New York. It's not exactly game-changing, but Fairchild's aboard. Here's Daniel Schneemann. Yeah, I don't, they've got Craig Albernez now, the rookie manager. I think now, your ownership, you start looking at, all right, who's putting the team together? The pitch in there, a strike, and are our prospects or young players as good as we thought?
Boy, for a while there, you thought some of the best in the game.
Sure did. Now the 0-1 outside. Now we talk about it a lot, 1-on-1 with young players. Improvement's not guaranteed, and it's not linear. So the Orioles, a couple of years ago, you would have said their future is unlimited, and their farm system was chock full. The pitch waved at, 1-2.
And injuries, we got the injury factor, and when they came in here, man, they were decimated.
Now the 1-2 to Schneemann. Got him swinging at a breaking ball. Well, and that's always why 1 down in the 9th, 2 strikeouts. Gonna bring up Austin Hedges. That's why you sometimes trade prospects. I mean, nothing's a guarantee in life, whether prospects become what you think or whether the guy you trade for delivers. Austin Hedges, 1 for 3, an RBI double. Outside and low. Cleveland paid at the time a staggering freight for Andrew Miller. 2 of the best prospects in the game in Clint Frazier and Justice Sheffield, and they never panned out. The 1-0 and a strike. And Andrew Miller, one of the principal reasons there was a World Series here 10 years ago. So And then you can show other trades that took place like that, and prospects have come back to haunt the team that traded them. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and drilled toward the gap in left center. And this ball is off the wall again. Fairchild hits third. He is coming home. And it's an RBI double for Austin Hedges. And it's an 8-4 ball game. Yankees up. Boy, Hedges has pounded that 19-foot wall back-to-back games. Give Hedges 2 doubles and 2 RBIs today. That one off the wall in left center. And here's Brian Rocchio batting right-handed. And Matt Blake, the pitching coach, heading to the mound for New York. 8-4, Yankees in the ninth. The runner at second, 1 down. Yeah, that's why it's fascinating. I think too, Rosie, when we look ahead to the trade deadline, we're a long way away. The deadline this year is later than a lot of years, August 3rd. But I think the spectrum of next season is looming for decision makers. So there's a lot that goes into this. It's easy for us to play GM and say do this, do that. But it's a lot more involved.
We had a lot of guys traded on Sunday, remember?
You sure did. Yep.
And that's the thing. How early will teams try and get going to take advantage of who they acquire?
Here's Brian Rocchio, runner at second, 8-4 New York. Rocchio banks one towards short, diving backhand, a grab by Volpe, throw to third, and Hedges is tagged out. That would have been a base hit. Volpe left his feet to make the play in the hole, and Hedges thought it was going through and tried to go to third and was out by a mile. So 2 down. Rocchio has a hit taken away. It becomes a fielder's choice. Top of the order, Angel Martinez will bat right-handed. Runner at first. 2 down, 8-4 Yankees. And the pitch down and in, ball 1. Rosie, I talked to a GM from another franchise here the other day, and he asked, obviously, his name not be used. The 1-0. Swung on, drilled to third, leaping grab by McMahon. And what did he tell me? We'll find out Friday night. Final today, Yankees 8, Cleveland 4.
Chico to the belt. Checks the runners. Belliard trying to hold Rivera's close. And what happened?
A wild pitch. That one goes into the seats. All right, in unison, just a little outside.
Sometimes you come to a baseball game and you see something you've never seen before. I guarantee you will see that again. and again. And again.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet. So